Hey YouTube, this is Iron Man and Fanboy guys for another album review. And this is a special album. This is a rare album. I don't know this album, but I found it online, so I just have it in my iTunes, and it's Anthrax-Armed and Dangerous EP. Now, the reason I decided to do this is because it's one of the best EPs I've ever heard. And second, it's because Joey's back in the band. Joey Belladonna, for those who don't know, Joey Belladonna was the second singer and the most famous singer out of Anthrax. One of the best voices, one of my favorite singers of all time. He replaced Turbin after the first album, Fistful of Metal, and went into and he was great. He had a better voice for Anthrax, and I think what made Anthrax unique back in the 80s when the Big Four were happening, and Anthrax was part of the Big Four, and what made Anthrax unique is that they actually had a singer. Turbin was a good singer also, but there was something about Joey that I always liked better. And Joey could sing amazing, and then with the heavy, so it was like really unique. Then they switched to John Bush. I don't like John Bush. He's kind of like a typical punk singer, aggressive, and I didn't think it went. Anthrax music went with it. I always thought they needed Belladonna back, so Belladonna's back in the band, and they announced that it's official. It's not just a reunion tour. They are gonna do albums with him. So I thought this was a fitting CD review because of his comeback to Anthrax. Because first of all, this is the first album that features Belladonna and Frankie Bello, because they both replaced Turbin and the guy from Nuclear Assault, which I'm sorry I don't know the name of, out of Anthrax. And they both were replaced from Frankie Bello and Joey Belladonna. And there's two live songs in this album which I really recommend hearing: Metal Thrashing Mad and Panic. Of course, if you get the reissue, you also have Soldiers of Metal and Howling Furies, but they're both sung by Howling Furies and Soldiers of Metal are both sung by Turbin. But on the original, you only get two live, which is Panic and Metal Thrashing Mad. And Metal Thrashing Mad and Panic are featured. They're not Turbin on vocals. They're Joey Belladonna on vocals, and Joey's phenomenal. They take up the speed. They increase the speed. Joey Belladonna sings amazing. And I gotta say, out of Panic and Metal Thrashing Mad, I actually prefer the Armed and Dangerous EP with Joey on it singing. Then I prefer the album version where it's Turbin singing, because I always thought Joey sang better than Turbin. So let's get to the track. Number 1 is Armed and Dangerous, which will later appear on the album Spreading the Disease. Great Anthrax album. It's the same as Spreading the Disease, so it's one of the best songs Anthrax has. It's a really good song. I like this Race Hell. I don't know if Anthrax does this on purpose, but they have a tendency of doing this. They will release a song in the album. They'll never make an actual album, but they're good songs. Like I'm the Man EP. That's the only way you could get the song I'm the Man. Unless Attack of the Killer Bees, Attack of the Killer Bees came out, they included I'm the Man, but a different version that was on the EP. And this is the same with this, but the song's called Raise Hell. Raise Hell is an amazing song. Belladonna's singing is phenomenal. He doesn't like a high-pitched voice on it, but he has a great range, kind of low, great voice. To compete with the greats like Halford or Bruce Dickinson. You will notice kind of like a Madhouse riffage on this song, but it's a phenomenal song. And when it comes to the solo, it's like my favorite part of this song, because you have Dan playing the solo, then Joey singing. So Joey will hit like a note, and Dan will play solo. then Joey will hit a higher note, and then we'll play a higher on the scale solo, and then Joey does a high pitch, and then the last solo comes in, and it's phenomenal. One of my favorite Anthrax tracks out of the whole catalog, actually, because I really enjoyed this album. And I wish they put it on an actual album and they would perform it live, because it's a really phenomenal track. The third is You Hearing It Now, God Save the Queen. It's the Sex Pistols cover song that they included in their EP. Like I'm the Man, they also included Sweet Leaf from Black Sabbath. But this God Save the Queen, it's a really good cover. Great solo by Dan Spitz. You can as far as covers goes, it's pretty good. It sticks to the song. It's not one of those covers that they laid down 50 million solos like Lowrider by Exodus, that every chance they get they do a solo. It's just straightforward and it works. It's a great cover. So it's really good listening to it. There's nothing special on the vocals, because it's just plain singing. Nothing out of Joey's talent here. But it's a really good cover song. This covers though. Metal Thrashing Mad live. This is the live version of Metal Thrashing Mad, and it includes Joey Belladonna on vocals. And this is so great because, in my opinion, Joey sings better than Neil. And the problem with when they switch singers is that a typical singer can hit the high notes or can hit the notes that were originally intended for the song. So they couldn't sing the other singer's material, like Iron Maiden, when Bruce Dickinson doesn't really sing a lot of Paul Di'Anno, because Bruce Dickinson sometimes can hit the notes that Paul Di'Anno could, or John Bush can't hit the notes that Joey Belladonna does, so he doesn't sing much of their material from there. And personally, when he does, he actually ruins the song for me, so I was never a big John Bush fan. But this Metal Thrashing Mad with Joey Belladonna is spectacular. Dan Spitz kills the solo. There's a little solos in the middle of the song, really great. The speed is faster. Charlie's drum is amazing. It's one of the best songs. The last track is Panic. Panic, oh my god, it's so great. One of my favorite tracks from Fistful of Metal, and it's so great on Fistful of Metal. New Turbin is great on it, but once you hear it on this EP, it's so much better. The speed is so much higher, it's faster. Joey Belladonna sings it better, in my opinion. Charlie's fucking insane on those drums, like, it's really insane. Oh my god. And my favorite Anthrax song is Panic in this EP, not the studio album, the EP version. It's just my favorite. It's one of the best Anthrax songs, and it's really done good here with Joey Belladonna. So I'm not gonna review the last two albums because it's the remastered version. I don't really like remasters, so I just did the original. And if you can find this, especially in vinyl, you should definitely get it. I hear they're having a special where you can get Fistful of Metal and Armed and Dangerous, both albums together, and you should definitely check it out. Then you can be like, which one's better, Neil Turbin or Joey Belladonna? In my opinion, it's Belladonna, but if you get the chance to buy this EP, you should definitely get it. One of the best Anthrax EPs, one of the best Anthrax albums, because it's solid it's solid all the way. And Raise Hell is such an amazing song, and I'm sad, and I really wish they would put it in an album right now.